me this. I am sorry for all the breaks, because I think I had issues with the network, but I believe that we can just go on smoothly now. Oh my God. Okay, let's continue. However it is, we are going to take it that way. Okay. So today, I'll be delving into financial discipline for young people. As a values coach, I understand the importance of discipline for every human being. And we cannot in any way put our children at the back or our young people behind when we are talking about discipline or financial discipline. So I had to come with this because I understand that there are many of us who think that young people should just figure it out. In fact, the normal belief is that they are grown, so they should just know what to do. A 16-year-old should know what to do. A 17-year-old and a 20-year-old should know what to do. That's what many believe. But the truth is that even as an adult, a full-grown adult that I am, there are things that I still need to learn. In fact, there are so many things I need to learn. And that's why everyone has to be put through the process of learning. Learning in the formal setting and learning in the informal setting. So today, you remember this is the financial month. The financial month in the Values for Legacy Academy, April. It will be ending by tomorrow or next. So that is why we had to take up this to make sure that I teach our children, our young people, to understand what it means to grow wealth, because in growing wealth, they have to incorporate discipline into their management of funds. So the title, as it is for today, is Financial Discipline for Young Adults. And I, Utitofon Luke-Aliga, will be presenting for Values for Legacy Academy. So dear young adults, have you ever had money in your hand? And then you start asking yourself, where did all the money go? Yeah. Maybe your dad gave you pocket money if you're in school, or you got your salary if you've started working. For those who are both in school and at work, maybe all that, the pocket money and the salary, everything just, it seems like they've all disappeared into thin air. And you're wondering, what happened to my money? I have been there several times. Or are you struggling with saving money? Are you struggling with making money work for you? If you're in any of this category, or you're finding it hard to stay away from debt, this class, this webinar is for you. So I'll start by explaining what financial discipline is about: making smart, intentional decisions about money. It means managing your money today to build a better tomorrow for yourself. It is not about denying yourself of things. No, it's not. But it's about prioritizing. It's about ensuring that what should be done is done, and what can wait should wait. In fact, and what shouldn't even be done but used to be done should be done over with. That is financial discipline. So let me tell you a story. So we are going to call this girl Ella. So Ella got her first pay. Ella started working as she was 19. She got her first pay, and Ella goes on a spending spree. Ella is buying a beautiful shirt, a beautiful wig, fine earrings, Ella is buying, even, the truth is Ella didn't need all these things, but Ella went on a shopping spree. I just got my first pay. That's what she said. And before Ella could say Jack, remember, salaries are monthly in Nigeria. Before Ella could say Jack, Ella's money had finished. It had gone with the wind, or so Ella thought. And then an emergency came up that needed Ella to bring money out. Ella couldn't afford it, and Ella had to go and beg her employer to give her salary advance. Ella is already spending the money for next month within the same first month, after which she had been paid. So by the next pay, Ella's salary was coming like 50%. 50%. Ella was on 50K. Ella was receiving 25,000 by the next month. So what do you think will happen to Ella? Anyway, our girl grew wise. Yes, when she saw what happened, she came to the understanding that no, I am not supposed to do this. So what did Ella do? From that next month, Ella started to manage her money wisely. She became disciplined. So Ella disciplined herself to not waste money the way she did the previous month. So why should you be financially disciplined? I've given you that story. In that story, you see a case of wastage. Anyway, let's go. You need to be free. If you want to be financially free, then you must be financially disciplined. Because the discipline today will give you freedom tomorrow. I want you to get that. When you discipline yourself today financially, you're going to have financial freedom in future. So as time goes on, you begin to have less stress about money matters, because you know what? I manage my money well, so there is no worries. Whatever comes up, you can face it. It also gives you stability. Being financially disciplined gives you stability. So you will be ready for unexpected challenges. Personally, I save for unexpected challenges. We're talking about financial discipline. Savings is one of them. But unexpected, like you don't need somebody to come and tap you. Somebody is very ill, or maybe your daughter, your sibling that you need to help, sometimes you need to help people, is very ill, and then you cannot just help them, first of all, pay the hospital bill. So it allows for stability with respect to financial matters. And then there are opportunities. The third reason why you should be financially, because you are open to better opportunities when you are financially disciplined. How? If you need to further your education, you don't need to wait for anybody. You don't need to wait for anybody. You can just go buy your form to start with. And if you need to travel, because traveling is a very important aspect of your life. For me, it's very important that I travel, because it's a school on its own. So if you need to travel, you don't need to go beg anybody. You just book your flights and move. So it allows you for freedom, for stability, and for opportunities. When they open up, you take the chance. So I'm going to give you practical steps that you should take to achieve financial discipline. One of them is to manage your expenses. So practically right now, I hope you're with your pen and your paper where you're using to write or book. Write down every expenses. As I'm writing, just Write down your lessons. So write down every expenses that you make each day. If you're buying biscuit, write it down. If you're buying chewing gum, write it down. Anything, any expense you make, write it down. Because tracking your expenses helps you understand where your money goes and spot the unnecessary spendings. So tracking your expenses allow you understand where your money goes, and it helps you to track, to spot unnecessary expenses so that you can root it out by the next time or the next month that your money comes in, if it says salary or pocket money. So I want you to start today to track your expenses. Don't say it's hard. I know you will say it's hard. But discipline is not easy. Discipline is never easy. And for you to become a great person, you must face the hard part of life, the hard part of the things you want to become great at. So there must be hard things going on before you become that great person. So for you to have that money, for you to be financially disciplined, to be able to build that wealth, you must go through the process. So don't tell me it is hard, please. Let's leave the hard and do the work. Another one is to create a simple budget. Create what? Simple budgets. So what are your needs? What are your wants? What are your savings? Which one are you going to save? So you have 100,000 naira in a month. How do you manage them? How do you manage the 100,000? You must save. So cut out a percentage for savings. What is the percentage you're going to? Is it 30,000? Save it. In fact, I encourage you to save first before you now start spending. So if you're earning 200,000, I encourage you to save up to 30%. That is my own. That's about 60,000. Save it first. Remove it out. Pretend that you're not earning that one. And then keep the remaining 40,000 for every other thing. Share it amongst your wants and your needs. And your even investment. And the giving. There are so many things. But first, pull out the savings. That's where wealth growth and wealth creation starts. So the hard part of budgeting, I know, is sticking to the budget. So what will happen? Ensure, do all you can to stick to your budget. Have them in your mind that you want to be financially free. If you want to be financially free, you must stick to your budget. So have that in mind. What I do personally is, tomorrow now, if I don't have the money now, go and beg. Who will I even see to give me? That's what so I don't even, it's not negotiable for me. Savings must be there. Then I manage my expenses. I mind what I spend on and how I spend it. Another key thing for you as young people, peer pressure. Do not give in to peer pressure, my dears, please. Do not give in to peer pressure. Practice self-control. Practice saying no. Let's go and buy bag, or escort me to go and buy bag, and you decided to escort your friend to go and buy bag. The next thing, you are bringing out your debit card to pay for your own bag. Did you go to buy bag? I thought what you went to do was to escort. So if you know that when you get to that market, you won't be able to comport yourself, what should you do? Don't even follow your friend to the market. Tell her, my dear friend, you know now, if I come there, see how it's going to be. You know me. So instead, please go to the market alone. When you come back, I will see the bag you bought or the shoes you bought. Please. So learn to say no. And when you manage to reach the market without your friend, this bag is fine. Control yourself. Delay gratification. That bag, keep it in the man's shop. Don't pay any money. Go back, give yourself 24 hours to come back and see whether you come back to buy that bag. So learn to delay gratifications, please. Unnecessary expenses because of friendship. Say no and let your no be no. Remember, you don't even know how they got their money. This one we are saying. Do you know how they got their money? What if it's their parents that dash them money? Many of them are from very rich, wealthy families. So if you happen to have a friend that's from a very wealthy background where they've already kept stockpiled the money, you will now come and join the person to spend money the way they are spending. No, some even borrowed. Do you know some of your friends are buying on credit? You want to join them to buy on credit? That's a very bad money decision, buying on credit. So please allow them to buy as long as they can afford it. Do not buy. Discipline yourself. And don't try to keep up with anybody. You are not in competition with anyone. You understand? You are not in competition with anybody. If you are competing, compete with your old self. But right now, you're not competing with them against 5 million naira, 1 million naira, and all that. Please. So focus on your focus. That brings me to the next reason or the next practical step. The next practical step is know where you are at any given point in time. Know where you are. What do I mean by know where you are? You are earning 50,000. That's where you are. If you are earning 500,000, that is where you are. For those of you earning 20,000, because some of you that are doing vacation job and all that, you are earning 20,000. If you are earning 20,000, know where you are and do what? And start from there. If you are earning 20,000, start from there. Your 30% savings, remove it and save. If you want to do 20% investment, remove it and keep an invest in. Make sure we will get to investment anyway. So whether your money is big or you're small, if you cannot discipline yourself with small money, you cannot also discipline yourself with big money. So when you have that big money, you won't be able to discipline yourself. So it's better now. It's better now. Discipline yourself now that you have the small one. As you continue to discipline yourself daily, you'll be able to manage bigger opportunities. Growth happens over time. So it's from small that you get to big. And when you are growing the money, it's growing like a step. And it's growing just like a plant that you planted. So another thing is that another practical step is to make savings your number one thing you do when you get your money. I know you've heard me shout savings since I started. It's not looking like this is a savings course. No, it's financial discipline. But in financial discipline, there must be savings. So make savings your number one thing. As I'm getting my salary, savings cut is going to be where it's supposed to be. That's how it should be. As I'm earning my salary, savings cut is going to where it should be. So please do that for yourself and see how savings compound. Savings the compounding effect is always on savings. If you put 2,000 today, next week you put 2,000, that's 4,000, right? Another week you put 2,000, that's 3,000, and you put 2,000, that's 8,000. And then if you're saving in the bank, good for you, because at the end of the month you get what is called an interest. So you see how it goes. So no matter how small, please ensure to do savings number one. Invest your money. That's the next thing. I said, understand that investment. See the quotes I put there. Investment. When you invest in the wrong place, you are sure to lose your money. So what you should do, invest in the right places. I didn't say just somebody just wakes up. Okay, imagine the instance of CBEX. People came, invest. Yeah, you will invest genuinely with all amount of innocence, without knowing that someone somewhere is waiting to trap that money you put in there. Without knowing that someone somewhere is waiting to just trap that money you put in there. So what does it call for? It calls for discernment. Be very discerning. Sometimes your spirit will tell you not to. Listen to your heart. That's why at the academy, I also teach how to know who you are. Because in knowing who you are, you're also required to do what? To listen to yourself, to your inner voice. So I have a course where we discuss who you are and how to know who you are. So please avoid. Some of you are even investing in Ponzi scheme with your clear eyes. Like your eyes are very clear. Those people know how to do their job very well. So they come, they do their work on you. Your mind tells you this is not it, this is a Ponzi, and you're like, no, you want to make quick money. Fortunately for you, or unfortunately for you, you put in 10,000, just a test, and then that testing produces like 20,000. You're like, hey, you now pack all your money in. So please, young people, Ponzi is not the right place to invest. You see, gambling, I know almost, in fact, let me not say almost all of you, that's a high level of indiscipline. So dear young people, avoid the Ponzi, avoid this. And it's not MMM, it's not CBEX, bet. Let me tell you something. Invest in real places that you are sure of. For me, I'm sure of banks, CBN approved banks, NDIC insured banks. I don't know how it's working now, but I know those are the ones that I trust. So even 300,000, put it in fixed deposit. The interest is higher than the normal savings. You have treasury bills. Put it in treasury bills. Mutual funds. All these are there that you can put in your money to invest in. And then if you see someone that brings up a business, or you yourself can even invest in your own business. Yes, you can buy and sell and make your money. But don't go looking for all these people that come with very big promises, please. So I give you the story I talked about myself. When in 2000 and, is it 2020 or 21, somehow I wasn't being paid. Not just me, my workplace, for months on end. And then I had this 200K that was in my account where I could use to invest. And then that was the period these farmers, in quotes, were coming up, invest in our farm, make 30% ROI, make 100% ROI, yes, ROI, make 50%. So I saw one. This guy was even someone I knew. So I'm like, okay, I know this person, I can do business with this person. And then I asked a few questions. They were like, okay, just do a little money. Me, that was looking for more money, decided to pack all my 200K and put inside that business. Ask me whether I've seen my 200K or whether I've seen the interest, the return on investment that was promised. It's funny to me because somehow there's how I take money. Money doesn't control me, so it really didn't hit me so bad. bad. But there's someone that maybe. So I'm telling you my story so that you will avoid. Take caution. Set financial goals. That's another key step to take for you to be able to become financially disciplined. Set goals and take the steps to achieve the goals. What are the goals? In the next 5 years, I'm going an instance. And I'm giving you an instance. In the next 5 years, I want to have ₦1 million in my account, and I want to be able to start a business with 500,000 that I'm going to save for investment and all that. Those are goals. In the next 5 years, I want to resign from this 9 to 5 and start my business, and that's going to take money. So this is the amount I'm going to save, and this is how I'm going to save it. That is the goals. And then another thing you should have in mind is your old age. That one is always in my head. Like when I'm 70, 80, 90, what happens? People treat money anyhow. I ask them, when you are up to this age, what will happen? For goodness sake, do something today. Set that goal and take the steps to achieve it today, so that tomorrow you won't go begging nobody. I mean, if when you're old and bent and you're still alive, you won't go begging nobody. Whenever I talk, I refer to the YOLO lifestyle. You only live once. How do you know you're not going to live to 100 years? And you know, by the time you're 70, you've started diminishing. This discipline that you express today is going to become something, a source of freedom for you. You don't need to wait for your kids, because as you grow old and get, you've heard people say, my children will take care of me. My dear, take care of yourself first. Let somebody see you helping yourself first. Then they come and add. That's what I believe in. I don't believe in waiting for somebody, just lying and waiting around for somebody to come. Help yourself first. So you must have your future in mind, and that is why you set goals. Goals are for the future, right? Okay. So we've talked about how you can get this, become financially disciplined to achieve your financial freedom. Well, how can you achieve? Let's just, in a simpler way, in a simpler form, what can you do? What are you to do? This is just like summarizing everything that I've said. That is, reduce your expenses. When you reduce your expenses, what happens? You increase your savings. You're getting freedom. You can save for investments. And you can save to fulfill your dreams. Spend only when necessary. Have self-control. Have self-control. Avoid debt at all costs. Avoid debt at all costs. I've had people telling me that it is human nature to be in debt. That is to owe, to borrow. I tell you, and quote me anyway, it is not human nature to borrow or be in debt. I advise anybody that I know not to ever try it. Apart from having a mindset that doesn't think I should borrow to survive, I've once worked in a bank. I was a banker for 5 years and 2 months precisely. I know what happens to those who borrow. I was even a loan officer. Yes, we called it commercial banking then. I was a loan officer. I know what happens to them. How they cry every month. Why did you borrow? For me, just save up and do that thing you want to do in future. That thing you want to do, save up for it. So, and that's why you have to start small. From when your money is, I've bought boyfriend jean, I want to buy boyfriend jean. My friend bought a new wig, 100K, I want to buy a new wig, 100K. My friend got a very beautiful earring, I want to buy, that bracelet, why should you want to buy it? Just why? Is to build a positive mindset, who have convinced themselves that they can never small. There are people who have convinced themselves it means somebody is bankrolling you. Young people will come to the online space. Young women will come to the online space to say they are teaching people how to do business, to make money. And she was convinced and had the mindset that no woman can make money that is enough to what was so I didn't know how to feel, but I felt at the same time that women are fun. Women are not doing anything. They just come here to shout and make noise. Is that the truth? That can never be the truth. So, my dear young people, young girls, young boys, it is not true that you cannot be financially disciplined and financially free. Please, control your finances. Don't allow money control you. So, you're going to develop a positive mindset around money. I can save. I can save. You say that to yourself. I can save for the future. I am in control of my money. I am in control of my finances. My finances cannot be the one controlling me. Every step brings me closer to my goal. So if I'm saving 1,000 today and saving 1,000 next week, that little step I'm taking is bringing me closer to my goal. Do you understand? So say that to yourself each day. So I'm going to admonish you to say to yourself this week, tell yourself that I am in control of my finances. Put it down. Next week, tell yourself that money cannot control me. And then the upper will tell yourself that I save to achieve my goals. I save to achieve my goals. My final words. Discipline today equals freedom tomorrow. If you discipline yourself today financially, you will be financially free tomorrow. It isn't about perfection. Financial freedom isn't about perfection. It doesn't need you to be perfect. It's about progress, taking the steps, taking the small steps today that will lead you to freedom, stability, and success tomorrow. You can take control of money and build a future that you deserve. You can. So take control and build a future that you deserve. We have come to the end of this live session. But before I go, let me remind you, subscribe to this YouTube channel for more. And be here with us every Monday for our Legacy Mondays by 1 p.m. I will always be here live with you to give you the wisdom that you need to continue to get better as you grow older. So I am a mentor and a coach for you, if you are from 15 to 25 years, then those you are my target audience. I help you to cultivate the right values, because with that, that's when you can learn how to be financially disciplined and become financially free and have a fulfilling financial life in future. So at Values for Legacy, it is all encompassing. We're talking finance today. Tomorrow we'll talk about something else. As the month is coming to a close, we are drifting to another topic. And then your eyes will be opened to everything that you need to know about life. It's a process, it's a progress. It's not perfection. We are not preaching perfection. But we are preaching that we need to subject ourselves to learning. And when you learn and implement, what happens? You grow. I have authored a book, Peer Acceptance, How to Avoid Getting Lost. And those who have read the book have been blessed by it. You too can have a copy of that book. How can you get it? You can put it in the comment section here that you need that book, or you write me on 0906 061 6098. Reach me on 0906 061 6098. The country code is +234. See you next Monday for the next episode of Legacy Mondays at 1 p.m. Bye.